Year 2, please make sure you have a pencil and paper ready before we begin. Our learning objective today is can I read and write the time to o'clock and half past. If you have a look at the screen, you can see a clock face with two arrows of different lengths. The longer arrow, which is called the long hand, tells us the minutes. My turn, your turn. Long hand. Long hand. The shorter arrow, which is called the shorthand, tells us the hour. My turn, your turn. Shorthand. Shorthand. When the long hand points to the 12, it is called o'clock. My turn, your turn. O'clock. O'clock. If the long hand is pointing to the 12 and the short hand is pointing to the 3, what time is it? Pause the video and have a think. Well done. It's 3 o'clock. Because our long hand is pointing to the 12, it means o'clock. And our short hand is pointing to the 3, which tells us the hour. So it is 3 o'clock. Let's have a go with this one. Where is the long hand pointing and where is the short hand pointing? Pause the video and have a think. Well done. It's 12 o'clock. Our long hand is pointing to the 12, which means it's o'clock, and our short hand is also pointing to the 12, which means it is 12 o'clock. I would like for you to, on your piece of paper, draw the clock face below. And I would like for you to show the time 8 o'clock. Have a think, where is your short hand going to be pointing to, and where is your long hand going to be pointing to? Pause the video and have a go. Okay, so because it is 8 o'clock, we need to make sure that our long hand is pointing to the 12, as that tells us it's o'clock, which means our short hand needs to be pointing to the 8 to tell us that that is the hour. It is 8 o'clock. Well done if you got that right. Let's have a go with this one. Draw another blank clock face on your paper, and I would like for you to show the time 10 o'clock. Remember, have a think, where is your short hand going to point to, and where is your long hand going to be pointing to? Pause the video and have a go. Well done. Because it is 10 o'clock, our long hand needs to be pointing to the 12, as that tells us it is o'clock. And because it is 10 o'clock, we need to make sure that our short hand is pointing to the 10. Well done if you got that one correct. Now, when our long hand points to the 6, it means it's half past the hour. The short hand will point in the middle of the two numbers to show that it's halfway through the hour. So my turn, your turn, half past. Half past. If the long hand is pointing to the 6 and the short hand is pointing between the 2 and the 3, what time is it? Pause the video and have a think. Well done. It's 2:30. Because our long hand is pointing to the 6, it means it's half past. And our short hand is pointing between the 2 and the 3. So we're going to say it's 2:30. Have a look here. What time is the clock showing? Have a look at where your long hand is pointing and where your short hand is pointing. We're now going to be looking at half past. When our long hand points to the 6, it means it's half past the hour. The short hand will point in the middle of the two numbers to show it's halfway through that hour. So we need to look at the number that comes first, because that will show us it's half past that hour. My turn, your turn. Half past. Half past. If our long hand is pointing to the 6 and our short hand is pointing between the 2 and the 3, what time is it? Pause the video and have a think. Our clock is showing 2:30 because our long hand is pointing to the 6, which means it's 2:30, and our short hand is pointing in between the 2 and the 3, so it is showing 2:30. Let's have a go at this clock. What time is being shown? Have a look at where your long hand is pointing and where your short hand is pointing. Pause the video and have a think. Well done. Our clock is showing 7:30 because our long hand is pointing towards the 6 and our short hand is in between the 7 and the 8, so it is showing 7:30. I would like for you now to, on your piece of paper, draw the blank clock face, and I want you to show the time 12:30. Have a think, where is your short hand going to be pointing to and where is your long hand going to be pointing to? Pause the video to have a go. Our long hand should be pointing towards the 6 because that shows it is 12:30. And our short hand should be pointing between the 12 and the 1 to show that it is 12:30. Well done if you got that correct. Let's have another go. On your piece of paper, draw another blank clock face, and I want you to show me the time 6:30. Have a think, where is your short hand going to be pointing to and where is your long hand going to be pointing to? Pause the video here to have a go. Because we are showing 6:30, our long hand needs to be pointing to the 6, as this shows it's 12:30. Because it's 12:30, our short hand needs to be pointing halfway between the 6 and the 7, as this shows it's 6:30. Well done if you got that correct. Here is your task. On the first set of questions, you need to write the time that is being shown on each clock. Have a look at where each long hand and short hand is pointing to help you with your answers. On the second set of questions, you need to be drawing the long hand and the short hand onto the clock faces to show the times below. Please make sure that you upload your work to Tapestry or Facebook so that your teacher can have a look. Thank you for watching.